Thank you, Mr. Chair. If we could hear from Corporation Counsel, because I know what's in front of us is a Buffalo Medical Cannabis Act. And what I asked Corporation Counsel, if this council even wanted to do this, could this council do this?
Lauren Howard, Assistant Corporation Counsel. The Law Department would actually have to do more research into what steps a municipality could take with respect to opening more dispensaries within the actual city of Buffalo. We can't circumvent state law, so more research will have to be done on that.
Because what I'm reading that's in front of us, which is the item, there are several things here that are under state law that it doesn't seem the city would be able to do. Now, let me say, although I think that most of this, the city is not able to do because of state law, and city law cannot circumvent state law. With that said, though, for the parents who are here, who really educated me a lot, not just today, but as I've been following their story and as I watched their child on this video, and it was disturbing. And I do have children, and I do have grandchildren. And I cannot imagine the pain, not only that your child goes through, I think it's children too, right? But the parents. And so what I do hope is that this council is able in some way to support what New York State has, but to ensure that it is implemented quickly and compassionately. And I do agree that having so few dispensaries in the area can be a burden. And not only for your child, but as I listen to the adult even speak about her pain and what she's gone through. Now, I'll be very honest. You know, I grew up in the 70s. I grew up and I was young, and so when you talked about marijuana, you're right, it was the demon of marijuana. So I can remember Assemblywoman Crystal Peoples-Stokes came to my radio show, and I thought she was going to be against it because I'd grown up all these years not really understanding it. And she said, oh, no, I believe I'm correct. I don't want to quote her, but she was in favor of. And then Dr. James Lewis from Erie County Medical Center, who is the chaplain, was on a panel at our church recently, and the question came up about medical marijuana. And he talked about the medicinal purposes and the benefit. Not one person in the congregation got up and walked out and said, my goodness, you all are teaching some devil stuff. So I have been educated on it, and I understand it. I would like to know how, if this council were interested in helping to push what is there or sending a homeroom message, because I think that could be done much quicker to help those medical patients outside of the act that has been presented to us today, because it would take a lot of research. And I don't think your child should have to wait on the research or that it would take to figure out this act that we're being asked for today. So I would be one who would be open. I'm only one council member, but I would be one who would be open to seeing how we could move what the state is doing or encourage the state to better take care of the needs, especially of our sick children. And I'm a vet, so I understand that piece also, but your child is the one. I have to be very honest. Watching you in the news, then hearing you, your child is the one that made me have to start thinking differently. And then doing the research, I do think differently. Thank you, Mr. Chair.